Hello, it's your favorite sports Unc here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the fastest growing community on YouTube. Remember, Nightcap doesn't happen without you. So please subscribe or you're going to make Ocho cry. Let's go to one of the situations. Michigan upset number 2 Ohio State 13-10. Fight breaks out after Michigan planted the flag at midfield. A fight between both teams ensued. Police used mace on players to stop the fight.
Yeah.
Ryan Day, where was Ryan Day? There's a video showing that Ryan Day was just standing there and watching. Ocho,
but
that's a bad look on him. Before I let you go, that's a bad look on him because you've got to get control of your players. And as one of the Michigan players that I always firmly believe this, Ocho, man, we had 60 minutes to fight. Now we done whipped y'all ass. Now y'all want to fight now. We about to go.
Right.
Go ahead, take off.
Hey, listen, as a coach, sometimes coaches aren't ready for situations like that, where it's a melee, where all hell is broken loose. In a structured environment, you're able to control the fight. Whether it's your team, in camp, most of the time, teammates fight. How we see that all the time in training camp. But in the middle of a field, when there's a melee like that, I think it'll make a coach that's not used to that situation, make him very, very uncomfortable, which is probably why he was standing back, because there's no way to control that many players going at it. It's impossible. It's impossible. But listen, when is the last time Ohio State beat Michigan?
Probably about 4 years ago.
Okay, so I'm not, I keep hearing the upset. It was an upset. Well, obviously it hasn't been an upset because Ohio State hasn't won in the past 3 previous meetings.
But here, the previous couple of years, Michigan was ranked higher. This time, Michigan's not even ranked. This is the number 2 team in the number 2 team in the country. Right. You're at home and you're 19 and a half point favorites.
Yeah, but also, even with the favorites, even with the rankings, right? Think about the rankings this year for many teams that have been ranked high and been losing to other opponents. Those rankings really haven't meant anything.
A lot of times that's on the road, though, Ocho.
Yeah.
Alabama lost to Vanderbilt on the road. They lost to Tennessee on the road. They lost to Oklahoma on the road.
Right.
We see these teams. We lost to Georgia, lost on the road. Ole Miss, lost. Alabama on the road. At home, you 19-point favorites at home against a team that's unranked? Now, I'm not saying, look, a loss is a loss. But this was supposed to be the year. It's reported that, Ohio State has a $20 million roster.
Yeah. Offensively, they do. They got to. But listen, all credit due to the Wolverines defense tonight. Them boys played some ball, man. Salute the defensive coordinator, Wink Martindale. Because they had an absolute and dominant stretch and performance. And he had them playing phenomenal football. To be able to hold Ohio State to the amount of points that they had with all the superstars that they had on offense, like you said, that $20 million roster, man, they played great. They played really good ball. And it was a good game. And listen, tempers flare, especially when you try to plant that flag. I call it the Baker Mayfield. I'm sure it's probably been done before Baker Mayfield came along and planted that, that flag in the middle of the opponent's home field after a game.
Yeah.
But that's what happens. And like the Michigan player said, I don't know what his last name was, but listen, you did have 60 minutes to fight. But it comes down to respect as well. Okay, you guys won the game, but you ain't even be playing your flag.
No.
So
so we had this 60 minutes. Why didn't y'all stop us then?
Hey, they did.
Why you want to fight now? You want to fight? Look here. I heard the military looking for a few good men. Join the military. You want to fight? God dang it. They see your ass overseas. If that's what you want to do.
Right.
Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine, Coast Guard, they looking for a few good men. If that's what you want to do, fight. You had 60 minutes to line it up. And now you mad. Why you want to fight now?
Yeah, you're right.
Why you Ocho, wait. We did the same thing happen when we played the Steelers. We beat them in the AFC Championship game at the old Three River Stadium, Ocho.
Right.
Now everybody pushing and shoving. Yeah, Sharpe. Hey, but you want to fight? Meet me at the bus. Bro, when I go to the bus, we going home. We going to SeaWorld. We going to see Shamu. You had 60 minutes to fight. Now you want to fight. Get your ass off this field and let us celebrate. Hey, get him off the field. So now I got to rub it in. I see, Ocho, you know how we are. Once I see it's bothering you.
You egg it on.
Security.
You egg it on.
Get his ass off the field. He's not a part of the Broncos. The Broncos the only team that's gonna be staying out here on the platform. I said, how that make y'all feel?
Mm-hmm.
We celebrating in y'all house. Y'all looking at the house like this. We got cake, ice cream. We got all kind of stuff going on. We got balloons.
Yeah. Hey,
Ocho, you know how black people are. Once we find out something bothers you,
you pour it on. You pour it. We pouring gasoline on the fire.
Absolutely.
Every time. Hey, but that goddamn Michigan defense though, man. Ohio State, they got too many superstars, They got too many superstars, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Listen, offensively, they only had 252 yards a day. There's no way in hell you only supposed to have 252 yards with an offense like that.
Sometimes you try to prove a point.
Mm-hmm.
You throw the ball.
Yeah.
You ain't got to prove it. Ocho, I ain't got to try to prove that I'm tough. We're more physical. We're going to show them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to win the game. I ain't got to show you nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get it. Y'all got this superior speed on the at the skill position.
Yeah.
And you try to hit your first of all, Sherrone Moore, the mere fact that he won 6 games, are now 7 with that quarterback, it needs to be studied. So whatever he's asking for monetarily, Michigan give it to him.
Yeah.
Ain't no that quarterback is look, I understand he a kid, but he bad, Ocho.
Hey,
he bad. How he hit 30, Ocho, he got the guy wide open. They about to break the game open.
Yeah.
And he hit 33 right in the chest.
Yeah.
All he got to do is throw it over the top. He got a guy like 5, 6 yards behind him. All he got to do is just throw it over the top. He hit 33 right between the numbers.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, how?
You know the funny thing is?
That quarterback?
Right. When the quarterback is playing as bad as he is, that lets you know this is where coaching comes into play. This is where coaching comes into play, where they're able to overcome bad quarterback play and beat a very, very, very good team.
Number 2 team in the country.
Number
at
2
home.
team in the country that is ranked high. Well, hell, Will Howard didn't make it no easier. He threw 200.
He was good and terrible too.
Good and terrible, but on third down, this is where they really lost the game. 6 for 16 on third down. You ain't really gonna be able to do much of nothing with that. Much of nothing.
When your offense is playing that bad as Michigan offense was, the defense has to stand on their head.
Yeah.
And they stood on their head today.
Yeah.
They gave up 7 points to a team at home, the number 2 team in the country at home. That quarterback that just got $12 million, he like, I like this. I like what I'm coming into that.
Listen, that means Michigan gonna be scary next year.
Yeah. Now, Michigan, I don't know what y'all working out. Go and get that man his money now.
Yeah. Matter of fact,
he don't play game to game and check. Go and give him a 5-6 year deal.
Ain't no need to play with him.
Yeah. And plus,
no need to play with him.
Ocho, I ain't gonna lie. I don't know how Ryan Day keeps this job. I don't.
Whoa. You think they gonna let him go?
Look, I mean, if you look at his Ocho, he's lost 1 game to somewhat. He's 47-1 against everybody else in the Big Ten.
Except
he's
Michigan.
1-4 against Michigan.
Yeah.
You gotta win. You gotta win that game.
Win that game, yeah. But I don't think that's a fireable offense. I don't think it's not like coaching malpractice, like Brother Eberflus. Did I say that right?
Yeah. Yes.
It ain't like that. It's finding a way. What is it that we need to do differently when we play Michigan? Now I think that's something that administration, AD, that they can come to terms with him and figure out how can we beat them. We figured out everybody else. What do we need to do when we get to the game, when it's time to play Michigan, that we need to do differently? And just like you said, stop trying to prove something. Stop trying to impose your will. We're running the ball, trying to show that you are tougher and stick to your strengths and what you do well. You have elite receivers. One of the best in the country as a freshman in Jeremiah Smith. A good quarterback defensive play, but you have a surrounding cast that can overcome that bad, inconsistent quarterback play that Will Howard is,
he picked it. He picked the worst day to have it. He picked the bad day to have his worst game, Ocho.
Yeah.
And look, your quarterback at some point in time, he's going to have a bad game. Everybody's going to have a bad game. You just hope it's not, please don't let us have a bad game.
Not a game like
playoff game or Super Bowl
tonight.
not against Michigan.
Right.
Play bad against somebody else. You can play bad against Penn State.
Right.
But you can't play bad against Michigan because that's the game. It's like Alabama and Auburn. You can't play bad in that game, Ocho.
Nah.
It's like, whatever rival, like Miami, Florida, Florida State, Florida, Miami, Florida State. You can't play. When you got a rivalry game, you got to play because that's the game. Now, if you want to be a legend, you want to be remembered, play well in those games, Ocho.
Mm-hmm.
They'll never forget you.
At all, ever.
They'll never forget you.
The city, the school, the fans.
It's going to be very, very interesting because the question is, look, who are you going to get to replace Ryan Day? I mean, it sounds like a great thing when Urban left. That's like, we got Ryan Day, blah, blah, blah. And he's gone to the college football playoffs and so forth and so on. But Ocho, it's the games that he's supposed to win. The Michigan. Now, I get the last 2 years, not this year, but the last 2 years.
Right.
Michigan had a juggernaut. Michigan went to the college football playoff.
Mm-hmm.
They won the national championship last year.
Right.
Okay, we could understand that. There ain't no shame in that.
Right.
But there have been some games that you've been favored that you got it handed to you.
You still lost.
And a couple of years ago, they just ran the ball. They ain't even throw it. They just like, we going to just bludgeon y'all.
Right.
That's what we going to do. We just going to bludgeon you.
No tricks, no trickery, no nothing.
Ain't nothing you could do about it. As a former NFL player, I know a thing or two about high performance, and that's why I drive the BMW 7 Series. This car has everything I need. It's big enough, comfortable enough, and luxurious enough to meet even my high expectations. When I'm behind the wheel of the BMW, I'm not just driving a car, I'm driving legacy. What I love most is the precision engineering, cutting-edge technology, and unmatched style. Whether it's spacious interior, the powerful engine, or the smooth ride, BMW makes sure every detail is on point. I trust BMW to deliver the ultimate driving experience, and I know you will too. So why wait? Head over to BMWUSA.com. Check out models like the sporty X3, the all-electric i4. Build your dream car today and join me in experiencing luxury and performance that only the ultimate driving machine can offer. Number 3, Texas went on the road and defeated number 24 Texas A&M by the score of 17-7. Texas A&M best player was Quinn Ewers. Unfortunately, he's the quarterback for the Texas Longhorns. He almost gave this game away, Ocho. He almost gave it away. If Texas A&M could have done anything offensively, they beat Texas because Ewers did not play particularly well last night. A bad interception. He fumbled the ball when it was going. This game should have been put away, Ocho, in the third quarter. Long time ago. Listen, the Longhorns defense, I mean, they played a critical role, obviously, they forcing turnovers, shutting out the Aggies offense in the first half. But the Aggies, obviously, if they could have got something going offensively, they didn't have a chance, nor did they capitalize on any of the turnovers that they got. The game could have been somewhat close, and the plays that they made offensively and the turnovers that the turnovers that the Longhorns got, they were able to capitalize and shut this game out. Now, the biggest test for Texas now is that championship game. That championship game. The kind of defense Texas played tonight, this is exactly what we're going to need in all three phases, whether it's offensively, defensively, and special teams, because they're playing a Georgia team that dominated the first time they played up front. The battle of this game and the chance on winning this game is going to start up front with their offensive line and the defensive line being able to be stout on defense, and the offensive line being able to hold up, and that offense making the plays they need to play. And Quinn Ewers can't make the mistakes he made tonight against a Georgia team that will capitalize and pounce on any turnovers that they have. Yeah, you're right, Ocho. The first time they played, Georgia went into Austin and beat them up. They just beat them up mentally, physically, emotionally. They really did some damage on them. But give Sark credit for getting these guys to bounce back. They come back and they played really, really well, and they worked their way back into the SEC championship game. Yeah. You're right. They got a pick six touchdown, Texas A&M. They got another forced fumble, and they got stopped on the goal line. See, I don't understand that, Ocho, because you need two scores anyway. One way or another, you're going to need two scores. And you really, if you really think about it, Ocho, you hadn't had a whole lot of success running the football. At some point in time, you got to put the guy and give him a two-way go. Son, if the guy's not wide open, run it in. But if there's a throw to be made, we're going to need you to make a throw. But to just hand the ball off and just run into the line of scrimmage, Texas was waiting for that. I mean, that showed me that you really don't trust. That showed me you didn't really trust. You didn't really trust your quarterback. Yeah, I understand, Ocho. He is a freshman. But at some point in time, in order for you to win, we know this, no matter what the level, your quarterback's going to have to make a play. He's going to have to put the ball up. He's going to have to make a play one way or another. And you got to trust him that he's going to make a smart decision. He's going to make the right decision. He's going to make the right play. But give Texas credit. They could, because you could feel about that pick six. They go right back down there, and then Ewers gets stripped on he's sliding. I thought I was like, man, Texas A&M got the momentum now. They're at home. That crowd Bryant Field started rocking. Yeah. Like, Ocho, they put 108,000, the house that Johnny built. Yeah. Man. But give Sark, I thought Sark did an unbelievable job. I always thought he was a very good offensive-minded coach. He has great people around him to make things happen. But Texas A&M did not play well tonight, Ocho.
I enjoyed the game. It was a good rivalry. I'm glad they didn't fight like everybody else, across the board with the other rivalries.
Oh man, we gonna get to that. Let's get into that.
Yeah, that went on. I mean, but you got to trust your quarterback, Unc. You got to trust your quarterback.
You do. And so at some point in time, Ocho, especially in situations like that.
In a game like this, you don't have a choice. You're gonna keep running the ball into the strength of the Texas defense. The goddamn front seven, the front four, the front five, whatever you want to call it. You had no success running all night, so you have no choice but to pin your ears back, let your quarterback know, listen, I'm trusting in you. You got to make the right throws. You have to make the right decisions with the ball to even give us a chance. Not only to compete, but at least a chance to win. Right. Give your team a chance.
Even if you don't trust him early, you got to trust him late. Because at some point in time, Ocho, you're going to have to put the ball up. The days are just, every once in a while, you'll find a game where you can just run the ball down your opponent's throat.
Yeah, this ain't that game.
That wasn't the game. No, you're going to have to loosen them up to make them think that you're going to do something else other than run the football. That's why they stop you so many times on 3rd and short, 4th and short, because they don't throw caution to the wind. Listen, if they throw a pass, that's on us. Right. If they throw, because sometimes, Ocho, hey, we'll call them, and I remember Mike and Alex Gibbs, our offense, will say, look, if they do something other than what we expected, that's on us. But this is what we expect. We want you to execute this. We're expecting this defense. And if they give us another defense, that's on us. Oh, bro, if they do something other than run the football, Texas basically said, if they do something other than run the football, that's on us.
Right.
We don't believe that they trust their freshman quarterback enough to put the ball in his hand and allow him to throw the football. So the hell with word about that. Hey, everybody hit it.
Right.
It's like we hitting the beach at Ocho, we hitting the beach at Normandy. Go, go, go. A gap, B gap, C gap, D. Hey, if there isn't a hole, make a hole. Man, dude wasn't even close. Ocho, they wasn't even close to picking up those short yardage. I can see, Ocho, we have to come in for a measurement or we get a review. Ocho, it wasn't even close.
Not even close.
They was losing yards on the 3rd and short, 4th and short. I'm like, well, damn, did y'all even block them? Because you're at home. I can understand if you're on the road because the crowd is going, Ocho, and so it's kind of hard to see. So I'm hard to hear, and so you might be late getting off the ball. But you're at home.
Yeah.
And Texas still beat you off the ball.